In this chapter, we'll be discussing about various bodies. There are some important organizations in the financial world, both national and international, that you should be aware of. So let us start with World Bank. World Bank is an international financial institution that provides loans to countries for capital programs. Okay. So till now we have seen about commercial banks and other banks in the country which give loans to individuals and companies. But countries also take loans. Like India takes loan. Okay. So Bangladesh takes loan. So countries take loan for capital programs. Capital programs means programs which result in creation of capital assets. It could be like infrastructure. Okay. So all these are capital assets. So World Bank is an international organization that provides loans to countries. Okay. Its headquarters is at Washington DC, and its official goal of World Bank is reduction of poverty. So to end poverty, the bank's goal is to decrease the percentage of people surviving on less than $1.9 a day to no more than 3% by 2030. That is the target. Okay. So that is the poverty line, $1.9 per day. That's defined as the international poverty line. So any person living on or surviving on less than that amount, $1.9 per day, come under below poverty line. Okay. So the target is to bring that down to below 3% by 2030. The current figure is 10.7%. Okay. That is the most recent estimate. That has come down from 35% in 1990. But now the target is to bring it down to below 3%. Next, there is another organization called IMF, that is International Monetary Fund. So this organization purpose is to ensure stability of the international monetary system. Okay, that is the system of exchange rates and international payments. Again, this also headquarters at Washington DC. And IMF plays a central role in management of balance of payment crisis and other international financial crisis. So countries contribute funds to a pool through a quota system from which countries who need or who are experiencing balance of payment crisis can borrow money. So IMF had played a very important role in 1991 crisis in India, when we had faced balance of payment crisis. This we have discussed in the chapter on liberalization. So then IMF supported India by giving its loans. Okay. But of course, in exchange, India had to undertake market reforms, which it did. Then there is an organization called ADB, that stands for Asian Development Bank. This is for countries located in Asia. Okay, it's headquartered in Philippines, Manila, and it's a regional development bank. So it assists its members by providing loans, technical assistance, and grants. So it has 67 members, of which 48 are from within Asia and Pacific, and 19 outside. And India is a member of Asian Development Bank. And let us see some organizations within the country. SEBI, we have discussed about SEBI earlier. That stands for Securities and Exchange Board of India. That is the regulator of the Indian capital market. Okay, so its role is to protect the interest of the investors. Then there is an organization called NABARD, that stands for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. This is the apex development bank in India, development financial institution, and it is entrusted with matters related to policy planning and operations in the field of credit of agriculture and other economic activities in rural areas. Okay. Also, it is entrusted with responsibility of preparing district level credit plans, supervising cooperative banks and RRBs, designing development schemes, and implementation of various governments schemes. Next, there is an organization called SIDBI, that stands for Small Industries Development Bank of India. This is the principal financial institution in the country for promotion, financing, and development of MSME sector. We have discussed about MSME sector already. And the main function of SIDBI is to coordination of the functions of institutions engaged in similar activities. SIDBI is also the nodal agency for implementing various programs of the government of India with respect to the MSME sector, Ministry of Textiles, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Food Processing, etc. Then there is an organization called IRDA, which we have discussed under insurance. It is the regulatory institution for the insurance sector in the country. It stands for Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Its task is to regulate and promote the insurance industry, and the aim is to protect the interest of the policy holders. So the matters which it deals with are assigning a policy, nomination, insurable interest, settlement of insurance claims, surrender value of policy, and other terms and conditions of the insurance contracts. Then there is an organization called IDRBT, that is at Hyderabad, that stands for Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. It's exclusively focused on implementing banking technology in the banking sector. Okay, so its aim is to carry out development and research in the field of banking sector. Then there are two institutions in the field of education, banking education. One is SEBI and another is NIBM. SEBI stands for College for Agricultural Banking, that's located in Pune. Its function is to train and build capabilities in the financial sector, and in particular the rural cooperative sectors, and currently is conducting over 150 programs per year. Then there's another organization, education institution, that's also in Pune. NIBM stands for National Institute of Bank Management. Its institution is for research, training and consultancy in the banking and finance sector. The flagship course offered is the PGTP, the Postgraduate Diploma Program in Management, Banking and Finance. Then LIC, you're aware of, stands for Life Insurance Corporation of India. Is the largest insurance company in India, and it is government owned, and it's one of the most trusted brands in the country. Then there is a institution called NHB, that is National Housing Bank. This is the apex financial institution for housing. It's wholly owned subsidiary of RBI, and is the principal agency which promotes housing finance institutions. Okay, so it registers and regulates, supervises the housing finance companies in the country. Then there is an institution called IFCI, that stands for Industrial Finance Corporation of India. It is a government-owned development bank, and it caters to the long-term finance needs of the industrial sector. Then there is a credit rating agency called Moody's, which along with Standard & Poor's and Fitch are among the major credit rating agencies in the world. So Moody's rank the credit worthiness of borrowers, and they rate debt securities such as government bonds, corporate bonds, financial institutions like banks. And in November 17, Moody's had upgraded India's local and foreign currency issuer ratings to Baa2 from Baa3, and changed the outlook on rating from positive to stable. Okay, so the rating upgrade has come after a huge gap of 14 years, so it's a very positive development. So in this chapter, the questions you need to be prepared for interviews are: what is World Bank? What is the goal of World Bank? That is reduction of poverty. What is the purpose of IMF? What is Asian Development Bank? What is the role of NABARD? What is the full form of SIDBI and function of SIDBI? What is the aim of IRDA? Purpose of IDRBT? Function of College of Agricultural Banking? Role of NHB? The role of IFCI? Function of Moody's? And what rating upgrade has Moody's recently given to India that they can ask?